300 views. People are just, show up. So we definitely want to promote the great things that God is doing here at Holy Grounds Assembly. Amen. All right. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Welcome back. Welcome back to Can You Handle the Truth? The truth is, we are here at the TAV Conference 2019. Make some noise. All right. And we have been having excellent discussion about marriage, family, relationships. And now we are going to ask, I have a question. What does the church feel about online dating? Let's talk about online dating, because we have quite a few singles here this year, and we have the men in the house this year. Amen. Thank God for that. So what do we feel about online dating? Who would like to tackle that question? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Do we agree with it? Is it okay? All right.
Okay, I will say that in this day and age, um, sometimes it's really difficult if you don't. Sometimes it's really difficult if you're not a person who goes out a lot, if you don't, um, if you're not a big socializer. It's it's really hard to meet people, and you can't, nobody's just gonna break in your house and come say, "Hey, let's go on a date." So I think in this day and age, it's if you can find a safe way to do it and use wisdom, I think it's good. You can find other Christian singles, you can find men of God, you can find men who are serious, but you definitely have to use wisdom. I think it's a good thing. I do. It can be good or bad, but I think it's just however you utilize that tool. There's a lot of resources that you should be able to utilize, but you just have to use wisdom. That's what I want to say about that.
Anyone else? Yes.
So yes, I do agree with what she's saying. You have to use wisdom. I feel online dating gives you opportunity to select people from different ethnicities. Um, it just gives you the opportunity to meet a lot of people that you will not meet on regular basis. And also, we're also in the era of swipe left, swipe right. Anyway, so you might as well utilize that opportunity to find someone. Also, I do like, I definitely do prefer the online dating than going somewhere to meet somebody, or we don't really get the opportunity to meet people in person. Um, Online dating gives us opportunity to, as far as the physical appearance, you definitely have to, you judge from that physical appearance first of all before you start swiping right or swiping left, and then you set that tone, and afterwards then you start getting to know this person, and then you can easily eliminate whoever is looking for a sexual relationship or things like that. So I feel like online dating just gives us opportunity to meet a lot of people within a specific amount of time that you will not necessarily meet in person or in real life. So I definitely prefer online dating. And besides too, I don't have to, you know, talk to every single person. Like, it gives me the decision to gives me the opportunity to make that decision to be selective in who I meet. So I don't have to in person just go to someone and I'm like, oh yeah, or every man that comes to me, I give them my number. Online dating just gives us that opportunity to be selective. So yeah, I definitely prefer online dating.
I said, is that what you've been doing? Okay, we have one more person, y'all.
I personally think online dating gives you a broader platform to look for your future partner. But personally, I think marriage is too serious a business for me to shop on it online. Why do I say this? I'm saying this because the best time that you can get a partner is to watch the person when the person doesn't know that you are thinking anything about him or her. Now, when you go online, of course, first of all, you know that you are going to look for somebody who maybe have struggled to get someone and are decided to come online, and they have a target. They have an aim. Now, this person knows what to tell you. They knows what to say, how to act. I've heard too many dangerous things happening to people dating online. Of course, some people might have may have found their partners online. But as far as I'm concerned, and if I know anybody that I really like, I will tell them, my opinion is too important a business for me to go online. That's my personal opinion.
Okay, so thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in Facebook Live. I am going to, we had one more person? Okay. Okay.
For me, I mean, in everything there's a pro and a con. So online dating can be good. At the same time, it can be bad. Like what he's saying, I'm not condemning what he's saying, but you can meet anybody. You can meet a serial killer by coming to church. And you can meet a saint or somebody that changed your life that you've never met before online. So, so what he's saying, it makes sense, but online dating to me, it broadens your variety of people to meet, and you're not narrowed to, okay, these particular people or the people that I meet are the ones that I can date. So it's like somebody hooking you up is the same thing to me. And marriage to me is not, there's no right or wrong way to go about it. It's just by the grace of God that you can stay in your marriage, because there's no formula or outline of how to be in a marriage that can be successful. So meeting somebody online is not going to determine whether your marriage is going to work or it's not going to work, because you can date somebody for 7 years, 10 years, and they marry and they still break up and stuff like that. So going into it is the mindsets, and so I think online dating, it's fine. It's a good way to meet other people.
All right. Okay. So I tell you what, let me go to the this is what happens when you come to TAV 2019. This is excellent conversation. I have so many hands raised, and so many people want to chime in. But because we're on Facebook Live, for those of you that are live watching, we do talk about more intimate issues. And we're talking about sex and everything, amen, in the Christian way. So we do have a lot of great questions and great responses. However, I want to deal with one question for Lady Esther, and then I'm going to come back to the people that had their hands raised, okay, about the online dating. So Lady Esther, she has a microphone. She is the first lady of the house, amen. Let's give it up for her. Amen. And so my question is, how do you deal with an abusive spouse? How do you deal with yes.
Wow. So when we speak about abusive spouse, we have different types of abuse out there. We have mentally abuse, we have physical abuse, we have verbally abuse, we have child abuse, and that's the most common one. And we have financial abuse too. So abuse is abuse, but we have different types. And if you are in that situation, you need to recognize that this is an abuse. And then you treat it with maturity. And if still is going on, you have to seek counseling. Divorce is not just the answer to everything or the end of the situation. You have to make sure that you know what type of abuse it is. And I know a lot of people are going through different types of abuse, but this is some of the most common ones that we see a lot. And please, we are parents. If our kids come to us with any type of abuse, though we are talking about spouse abuse, but I know the child abuse is the most common one also. And since we are parents, let's listen to our kids when they come over and talk to us about these things. And I know from us, from back home, it's so hard for us to talk about it. Even if you have been raped or something, we can't even tell anybody about it. But nowadays, in this century, yes, you talk about it. So when the kids come over and tell us what is going on, we need to listen to them.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. And so before we go off of Facebook Live, I would like to introduce the apostle of the house. Let's give it up for Apostle. Woo, woo.
Oh, go on.
Now you can give me some fans now.
Hey! Woo, woo, woo.
If you are watching from Facebook and you are around this area, Dallas Metroplex, Arlington, Richardson, Wiley, McKinney, Frisco, Carrollton, Anna, it doesn't matter. This is a church that we have fun. And every year we have the TAF conference. This is a TAF 2019, and come and be part of it. As a matter of fact, tonight we are going to have a great worship. Amen. With different artists. So wherever you are, come and join the presence of God and then be part of TAF 2019. Amen.
Amen. Amen. All right. All right, so now let's get down to the nitty-gritty, and this is by invitation only, Facebook. So I will ask that everyone go ahead and turn off their Facebook Live